Hey y'all. I feel like this word is for somebody this morning. I don't know why it was like pressed upon my spirit to share today, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it. So, I mean, the title is kind of self-explanatory, but I want to touch on. Well, this is Soleil. If you're new to my channel, this is live, and I've explained over and over again why I'm doing live videos instead of filming and then uploading. But um, when people, I want to touch on mental health for a second. Y'all know that's one of my topics. A lot of people like to talk about, and this is not a downplay to anything on the spectrum of mental health, any illness, disease. It's not a. This is just me speaking candidly. So now we hear a lot about depression and anxiety. We don't hear about things like cognitive distortion. We don't do our research on things like that, like psychosis, things like that, right? And all the different other, there's so many, hundreds. Like there are thick books that people in the mental health industry have to study and like use as resources, things like that. Hold on one second. Hold y'all right here. But yeah, there's so many, guys, and I think the ones that people feel comfortable speaking about are like the more socially acceptable ones, even though there is still a large stigma or heavy stigma on mental health. I say that because it's kind of true, but like people in my circle, like I have people around me that are not afraid to go deep. And I prefer it that way. I don't do really surface level friendships and conversations and situations. I can, but do I prefer? No. But I wanted to let you know that like there are other illnesses involving mental health that people don't talk about, because of the severity and the seriousness of them. They're very much so topics and situations people don't understand. But I wanted to share something with you all. It's time to face your fears. Like, I thought about something the other day. I'm about to be 30 years old in April. And I thought about like the Good Morning Kiara. I thought about the first time that I had a bout with like mental health, with a mental health decline or whatever. And I remember the age I was. Now, I was 14 the first time. And then like 3 years went past and I was 17 the second time. And then like maybe 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Maybe 5 or 6, 7 years went past and I had another bout with mental health, with my mental health being at a decline or whatever, right? And I was like, yo, like that's a long freaking time to have been dealing with something and like afraid to go back and get to the root and figure out why that experience happened. Now, the first two experiences were marijuana induced. I don't play around with drugs, none of them. But it's interesting that people don't talk about the different types of reactions that people can have to certain to marijuana, right? And a lot of people don't know that there are some people that are triggered by marijuana being legalized or whatever. But everybody's they call it is it compound? No, it's a C word. It's a crap. Dang it, I'm gonna think of it. It's not compound, but it's pretty much the makeup of your body composition. I can't remember. Everybody's different. Everybody's wired differently. I really want you guys to go pick up a book called The Deepest Well by Dr. Nadine Burke Harris. Y'all are about to start hearing more about ACE, adverse, shoot, I know the acronym, I forgot what it's called, but it's pretty much adverse experiences that have happened to you literally from the time you were born, like infantry, up until, I think it's body composition. It's another word, I don't know. Thank you, Kiara. But yeah, pretty much everything that's happened to you related to trauma, it's a point, for every single thing that's happened. It's a system that Dr. Nadine Burke Harris came up with. And she's trying to implement it across the country in schools because people are trying to figure out like what is the correlation between like trauma and behavior and health, right? She's doing some amazing work and not enough people know about her. But said all that to say that the way you react to a drug or alcohol substance or marijuana or whatever, it could be completely different from somebody else. And it's because of their wiring. It's because of their DNA, number one, the things that they've been experienced. I mean, the things they've been exposed to, their experiences, and their environment, right? So I just realized the other day, like, yo, I'm about to be 30 and I've done my work. And so many people who don't, it's so many people who get trapped in, escapism, whether that's through television or sex or drugs or alcohol, risky behavior, or like just completely lose their mind. Like, what if, and some people, they don't eat the way that they're supposed to, they don't exercise, they don't meditate, they don't get proper rest. Like, all these things play a part in your health. And I don't want to go off too on a tangent because I got to go, I have an appointment, but I wanted to say that it's now time to face your fears. For me, it was me. Hey, good morning, y'all. For me, it was facing physical fears, because I don't mind. It's easy for me to face like a mental fear. Things that like maybe that's another video. But for me, it was places that would trigger me. For me, it was scents or smells that would trigger me, right? And I was scared to go back to these places. But it's so funny how God works. When I really took my mental health seriously and I started to see different, advisors and, holistic people and pastors, whatever, church, whatever, mental health professionals. The first time that I seriously took it seriously was like 2015. And well, not seriously, but the first, like, I delved into my work. The place that I had to go meet the person that I was speaking with at was the place where I had that very second traumatic episode or whatever. And I'm like, yo, God literally brought me right back to this place that I would have never come to because I'm so scared of it. It makes me think of what happened to me, girl, that was just crazy. I had some healing in that moment, and it was scary AF. It was scary as hell. So if it's within my control, and I can say, hey, I'm not going to that place because I'm scared of it. It reminds me of this. It makes me think of this person, this incident. I would stay away from it. Like, I literally went through agoraphobia for, I don't even know if it was a year. It was a while. Like, if I didn't have to go outside the house, I would stay in the house. And I'm only sharing this because I feel so led to this morning for some reason. And also because I've touched on mental health, on my channel or whatever, but I haven't gotten into the nitty gritty of like my experience or whatever. But like, it was bad. It was bad. I was still living at home with my parents or whatever. This was like when I was in my early 20s. And I would be in the bed. Like, I looked horrible. Like, and this is also when I was going through like my autoimmune issue that I didn't know what it was at the time. And the gut and the brain are so connected. And if your gut health is out of whack, which mine was, you experience some mental health issues or whatever. So I am going to do some homework for myself, because literally while I'm talking about this, that first person I was telling y'all I had to meet with to talk to or whatever, they told me, and they were so like positive. They were like, you can get over this. Like, just go back to that place. Go back to that place. You can do it. Like, the place is about like an hour and a half away. They were like, you can go back there, drive back there. They said that to me like literally years ago. I still haven't gone back to that place. I've had opportunities to go to this place, money opportunities. I'm like, nope, I can't do it. Like, I was just so afraid. When I would go on the highway and see the name of this place, I would be fucking frightened, because I'm like, so the other day, literally like 2 weeks ago, I read it because I would just like, if I saw the place, I would just look past it real fast because it was such a trigger. But it was something I saw every single day almost, because I'm always on the highway or whatever. And I said, you know what? Why are you so afraid? Like, say it. Look at the word and just say it out loud. I just came and it was crazy. I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, literally, there's nothing in front of me that poses a threat except for what I'm creating in my mind. So I just want to challenge you all, because again, like, certain mental health issues are not pulled to the forefront because nobody wants to look crazy. Nobody wants to, be looked at as having an issue other than depression or anxiety, as serious as they are. But those are not the only like mental health issues that are out there. A lot of people always ask me, like, why don't you promote your channel? Because I want this to be an authentic place for people who want to be here. I want God to say, yo, press this video. I want my video to come up after you watch something else, and it's something that you like. I needed to see this today. I needed to hear this today. I needed to connect with this girl. She has a story that connects to mine, or she's a piece of my puzzle. it's not about fame or like popularity, anything like that. I want y'all here because you want to be here, because you were called to be here. Kiara, I'm gonna read your comments in a second, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because like that's a long ass time to be stuck in a cycle because you are fearful. And I'm only saying this because I've been through the shit. Like I'm about to be 30 and I feel so bad for people who do not do their work because of fear. And I understand it. I'm not chastising you because this shit is hard. It's scary AF. When you go to some places physically and mentally and emotionally that have scarred you, have hurt you, it's scary. It's scary. And it saddens me that, and I understand why you wouldn't want to relive that. It saddens me that people have children though, and they say they love their children and they can't get the help that they need to stop their children from going into that cycle. And I just thank God for pressing it upon me to be a truth seeker. Literally, y'all, I'm gonna write a God D book one day because y'all would just, it would blow your minds. It would blow your minds that like I was the one chosen in my family to be a truth seeker and expose the lies of the enemy. Like, it's amazing that I'm here where I'm at today. It's amazing that I'm talking to y'all about this shit right now. Keep doing your work. Now that I have a son and hopefully more children in the future, child, who would have ever thought I would say that, because I never saw myself with kids, but it makes me want to do my work even more. Heck no, I'm not perfect. Like, my patience be running super thin some days, but also my child has brought me the patience that I prayed for. You know, he instills it into me to further do my work and to further not let fear be in front of me. I got to be good for my son because not many people are doing the work that they need to do to make him a better person. I'm his mama. I brought him in this world. So I need to make sure, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, he is set and ready to go because he's a future leader. He's going to want to have his own family one day. He got to lay I have to lay that foundation for him to stand on. That's my responsibility. I'm not letting society do that for him. I'm not letting nobody else do that for him. I'm his mama. If I'm here and I'm in my right mind, I can do whatever I need to do to make sure he's here and stays in his right mind and brings up his family and do the same thing. We generational curse breakers around here. I just wanted to say that because if you look up and you look at your life, this older man that I met one time, he took out a tape measure and he said, at the time I think I was like 21, he took the tape measure from 1 to like 55, however old he was. He said, you right here, you're in your 20s. I'm all the way over here in my 50s. He said, you got a lot of life ahead of you. And now that I look at it like on that measuring stick, it's like I want like my latter years to be some of my best years because of the work that I'm doing now. So you just do the work now because you don't want to look up and you 40 and you 50 years old still stuck in a rut, or you mad with everybody about your life and the things that have happened to you. Yes, that shit was hard. No, you shouldn't be here, but you are. God saw fit for you to still be here to do your work. If you feeling like crap, change your eating habits. Pass it on to your kids. It's not too late. If you don't like your anger, go talk to somebody. If you don't like how you emotionally retreat or retract from people when something hard happens, go talk to somebody. Go read a book if you can't afford therapy. I'm not talking about go talk to your friends and your family members because you've been doing that shit for a long time. And all they do is enable you. Or they give you reasons to still be stuck on stupid. Good morning, mother. Yeah, like, fix your shit. Fix your life. It's up to you. It's not up to nobody else. Yeah, we believe in God and his grace. Absolutely. He's absolutely amazing. But you missed the signs that he giving you to pick yourself up and go get help. The resources he's put into somebody else, the gifts that he's given to somebody else to help you out. You pray for answers. We pray for answers. I be praying for stuff and I look up, I'm like, dang. God literally gave me an answer through this person or through this dream that I had. And I just ignore it like it's nothing. Like, I gotta start writing my prayers down because he be answering me, child. Thank you guys. Good morning. But yeah, that was pressed upon my spirit, and it helps that I think I look cute today as well. But like literally, I needed to share that with y'all because it was an epiphany for me when I woke up and I'm like, bruh, even though I feel, you know, very youthful inside, I feel strong, I feel amazing, And I feel so resilient, but like I still got work to do. I'm very proud of myself. If nobody else tells me or tells you, be proud of yourself for what you have done. Even if that's just getting up out the bed this morning and brushing your goddamn teeth, honey. You did something. Like that agoraphobia, that stuff that I had, like I didn't want to. I laid in bed all day. I didn't want my lights on. I didn't want anybody to open up the curtains in my. And I'm living in a house with people that had no idea that this was going on. Pay attention to your friends and your family members. Them people that y'all see posting crazy stuff online, y'all talking about, oh, they want attention. Yeah, you saying that now because you think it's cute to chastise people because of what they going through, because they doing stuff that you wouldn't do. But when they commit suicide or take stuff totally left or harm somebody else, now you like Black Lives Matter or mental health matters. When y'all see it, you don't even know how to identify what you see because y'all make a mockery out of everything. Everything ain't funny. If Black Lives Matter, act like they matter. I know this is all over the place, but act like they matter now. Don't act like they matter because people are getting killed all over the place. You still got a life. You still got breath in you. So walk and talk and act like your life matters. Black woman, black man. Start with yourself first. But back to the mental health stuff. Take care of yourself. Eat better. Drink your water. Go research some herbs. Talk to your doctors, even if it's, holistic people. Let them know what illnesses you have. You can't just be walking around doing everything just because it's holistic, because it's herbs you can mix together and kill yourself too. But take care of yourself and look for alternative ways to do so. But back to the topic and the title. Make this your day, even if it's not today. Let this be a seed that I plant for you. Face your fears, whether it be up here, whether it be physical. And I'm gonna keep y'all updated when I go back to that place. It's gonna be scary. Somebody calling me. I gotta call them back. I guess I gotta go to. I got an appointment. But yeah, I couldn't believe that so many years, literally over a decade had passed, and I was still like afraid of certain things because it was a trigger. But that again, me being empathetic to how fearful people are to get help, I understand it. That shit can keep you in bondage for years. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. But if you want a different life, you can't keep going in the same circles, posting the same memes, the same positivity memes, but you're not implementing any of that in your life. That's you being stuck in your trauma. You can do better. You want to do better for yourself, but you're not putting in the action that is needed to change and transform your life. It is possible. I remember speaking to a woman in her 40s or 50s. She got kids my age, and she told me my mental health was not going to get better. It gets worse. She said, after you have a child, it gets worse. This is after I had my child. This is why I say, people, be careful who you let speak into your life. Be careful who you let speak over your children. I lost a friend. I think how old was I when he left? This was 2016. One of my best friends committed suicide. He was going through mental health. This is another video as well. But he was going through some bouts or whatever. And he didn't do the things that he needed to do to make sure his mental health was where it was. And he told me, like a year before he passed away, that it does not get better. I don't believe that. I don't let other people dictate what's true in my life. Be well, y'all. Check on your people. I'm not strong all the time, so y'all check on me. But I'm great. Like, I'm doing absolutely what I have been for the last few years. I have my days, like everybody else, but I don't want y'all to be worried about me. I'm fine. But I'm fine in this moment. I'm just saying, I said that to say that, I'm not perfect or anything like that. But check on your people and take care of yourself. I got to go, y'all. Let me see what these comments said before I leave. Hey, Tiffany. The work is important, Kiara. Kiara, look into Banju by Dr. Sabi. Good stuff. And I'm sorry to hear that you're dealing with that, but you're gonna overcome it. And these are the seeds that people need to hear instead of all that negative stuff. You can overcome anxiety. I had that crap horribly. Anxiety is natural. Some form of it is natural, but when it's every day and it paralyzes you, that's not natural. But you can overcome it. I agree with you on that one. It's really about healing and helping at the end of the day. Yes. Thank you so much, Kira. That's my pride and joy. I love that little boy. Hi, I am radiant. You better be radiant, sis. Thank you, Mom. Love you. Sensitivity toward others is key, and know your own point in tests. Thank you. I appreciate you always encouraging me when I be getting choked up on my words. All right, I love you guys so much, and thanks for listening. If you got to the end of this video, drop a pineapple emoji down in the comments. Love y'all. Peace.